Hamlin has been discharged from Buffalo General Medical Center. He was admitted on Monday, went through a comprehensive medical evaluation as well as a series of cardiac, neurological, and vascular testing on Tuesday. So he is back home, and that is absolutely incredible news. Breaking news right now into First Take, though. We are just days away from a Dolphins-Bills Part 3 showdown. The first two matchups were split, but that was when Tua was at the helm for Miami. The quarterback has missed the last two games due to a concussion. Here's his coach, McDaniel, on Tua's status for Sunday.
As of today, Tua has not been cleared by doctors to resume football activities on the field with his teammates. So because of that and because of the time that he's missed, I can rule him out for Sunday.
Okay, so you just heard it there. They're preparing as if the Dolphins are preparing as if the rookie Skylar Thompson will get the start. Teddy Bridgewater also, of course, working his way back.
Well, number one, I think you have to ask yourself if you're a Dolphin fan if Tua is going to be able to play the rest of his career on a consistent basis. So, number one, you're going to have to decide if you want to go forward down the road in 2023 with Tua, because this is a major problem. And the kid was playing really well, but he had the concussion with Buffalo. He had the concussion with Miami. He has a concussion with Green Bay. I mean, that's 3 concussions in a span of, 3 months. I mean, that's very tricky. So I didn't think he would play this week, and I don't know what you do with him in the future. Do you hope after 7 months? Who's to say this is not going to happen again? So I don't know how Miami will handle that question in the offseason. As far as the game is concerned, Sunday it kills the game. I mean, I don't want to look at it that way. This is more important with Tua, but it kills the game. I don't expect Bridgewater to play, broken finger. You can't expect him to play. Skylar Thompson's going to walk into Buffalo and win the game.
No way.
He barely beat the Jets with Joe Flacco. He's going to walk into Buffalo, and the Bills, playing for a lot of emotion right now, a team that could win it all. He's going to go out there and beat the Bills in that building. Not a chance. More reason why he needed Pittsburgh to make the playoffs from a competitive standpoint, because they had a lot of juice. Tomlin, Pickett, they were playing real well. And Miami, Buffalo, Sunday at 1 o'clock is a disaster. I don't know how the rest of you feel about it, but that game's going to be hard to watch. Thompson's not going to beat the Bills up there.
It's not even that. My mind is just more with Tua and his future and just sustaining the concussions.
Well, I think in the interest of fairness, we can have our mind on all things. Number one, we wish Tua the best. His career is in trouble because they're talking about the possibility of him having to live with these issues throughout his career, which means that he's going to miss his share of games, particularly with the attention that has been brought to bear down upon the whole concussion issues as it pertains to players from the National Football League. So if they see the slightest thing that rattles Tua, they're going to have him yanked from the game. They're not going to leave it up to the team. So you got that going on. And I still say it was a huge mistake to have him come into that game against Cincinnati and went 4 days earlier against Buffalo. He had gotten up and fall back down.
And he came back in the game against Buffalo in the second half.
That's right. Yeah. That was a big mistake. That's number one. Number two, you know who else I think about? Tyreek Hill. Because I think that Tyreek Hill is absolutely positively electrifying. But you know what? You got to have somebody to throw you the ball.
Yeah.
And you departed from Patrick Mahomes to go to Tua. And you didn't take into consideration that something like this could have happened. And the only reason I say that is because he is a miniature-sized quarterback. And so you didn't think about that, obviously. You got your money. I mean, he went there for the money. We understand that Miami paid the brother a boatload of money, which Tyreek Hill absolutely deserved, by the way. But you were playing with Patrick Mahomes, and now you're going to be playing with Teddy Bridgewater or Skylar Thompson or whomever in the future, because I don't know what kind of future Tua has. And then, of course, you got the Dolphin situation. Doggie's right. We can slice it any way we want to. There is no way in hell that Skylar Thompson is going into Buffalo, New York, and beating the Buffalo Bills.
It's disappointing all around. It's disappointing as fans. It's disappointing because Miami was on a heck of a tear, and then obviously that Tua is dealing with, and his health is the most paramount. We're going to leave it there, guys. When we come back, let's talk a little NBA. SA, the Stars.
26, Miami not faring so well down the stretch, losing 5 of their last 6 games. Even without Tua, Miami managing to beat the Jets, clinching a playoff spot. But again, Tua has been officially ruled out for that matchup against the Bills. And getting a look at Miami, their stats with and without Tua this season. Miami 8-5 with Tua under center. All other quarterbacks 1-3. points per game, 25.5 with Tua, and then almost half of that at 16.3. Coach Mike McDaniel, he was speaking to the media about this just moments ago, so let's get and take a listen in.
Expecting me, right?
Yes, we were. Mike, before we start, I just want to mention real quick that
You miss me?
yeah, later today we're going to be presenting our Good Guy Award, which goes to the player who exhibits professionalism with the media. And so, in preparation for that, I asked everybody to give me 3 names instead of just one, because I knew that it wasn't obvious who was going to this year. And 2 interesting things happened. Number one, believe it or not, we had to have a runoff election because the voting was so close.
Too many good guys.
Too many good guys. And number 2, 1/4 of your roster received votes, which I think says something about the locker rooms that we put together.
Yeah.
So I'm sure, I think I speak for everybody here when I say that, we're appreciative of the players for their cooperation, your coaching staff, yourself, Ann and her staff.
Wow.
And let me not forget to mention the cafeteria staff. So,
This is unbelievable. I very much appreciate it on behalf of all people involved. That's really cool to hear. Yeah, you guys deserve the respect that you're receiving. Trying to do your job.
now that we said that, who's the quarterback?
It's not me. As of today, Tua has not been cleared by doctors to resume football activities on the field with his teammates. So, because of that and because of the time that he's missed, I can rule him out for Sunday.
Teddy in line to play this week?
Teddy is still working his way back. His biggest thing is he knew that he had to be in a position where he had to be fully functional on Sunday. That took some strain and really just some guts and work ethic to. That's not an easy thing to do. And as it stands right now, he's working to prepare himself to be capable on Sunday. But as a result of that, he can't afford any setbacks or really anything that's conflicting against the healing process in the week. As a result, we will be approaching the game today, the Wednesday game, as Skylar Thompson as our starting quarterback.
Mike, when you talked to Tua and officially ruled him out, what was his reaction? What was that conversation like?
He's I would say it's conflicting. He himself is learning that he needs to listen to the advice of doctors and medical professionals. He understands the severity of doing that. So there's a little bit of things that he can't control that, he did not, he was an incredible part of the entire season. I think eight of our wins were as a result of him playing quarterback amongst the team. And, that did not come because it was just gifted. That was a lot of work and preparation. So it's, very frustrating, much as a lot of things in life and football are. But it's very frustrating for him to not be able to go through everything with his teammates, and really, you know, it was a huge goal of his to help get this team to the playoffs, and he wants to play in the playoffs. There's nothing more fun than playoff football, and he really finds normal football fun. So very conflicting, I would say, but understands that it's his best interest that the doctors and medical professionals are seeking, and respects and regards that. So that was about it.
Mike, is he gonna be able to go with you guys to Buffalo?
You know, these are things that I try to take things one day at a time, not to be annoying, but because of just really the procedure that the doctors have kind of shown me. So, you know, I think there's a possibility of that. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see how he is on